let's move to the pictorial category. So I will read that description real quick here. Pictorial, a picture that uses the aesthetic qualities of the subject with emphasis on composition. So this is composition focused, light focused. That's kind of what this category is. There are 31 pictures in it. Share screen. Okay. And we'll just take a look at everything here. Bob, you ready to go?
Ready to roll.
All right. All right. So we'll do one to keep it in, and we'll get started.
In.
Nope, not out. In.
Out.
Out.
Are you out, Tim? Okay. Out.
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 In.
In.
Out.
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 In.
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 Out.
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 In.
Out.
Oh, all right. Angie had out. Tim, you had
In.
in. Kathy, you had
Out.
okay. In.
Out.
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 In.
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 Out.
Out.
Is that
Out.
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 In.
In.
Out.
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 In.
In.
Out.
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 I was out.
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 Yeah, out, Tim. Yeah, out. Okay. Here's our outs. Anybody want to bring anything back in?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So here's our ins. 7. We can read captions at this point. We can talk about stuff. It's kind of up to you guys.
So where I struggle a lot with like pictorials is that like it's hard for me to like differentiate like that with like a feature. And I feel like I see a lot of that in this category, that there are a lot of like featurey, like yeah, like daily, like you're going out and like you're trying to find like a feature, like to like find some walled art. And so like I guess like there are a lot that look like features but not pictorials. And I guess like I'm trying to better understand like things that I could or should be looking for in this category.
So I'll just, to reiterate, the category description itself is, I'll read it again here. A picture that uses the aesthetic qualities of the subject with emphasis on composition. So this is really a composition focused category. That's kind of what this is. Composition, light, color. That's really what this category is about.
Can we see them all big again? These
Yeah.
are the ones that you kind of need to see big to
For sure.
digest.
Yeah. And I'll just kind of like, when you want to go to next, just say next.
I could go next.
Nope. Hang on.
Next.
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 Next. Next.
All right. So there's your 7 right there.
We look at the outs again one more
Yeah.
time.
Absolutely. Oh, is this grid good? Like I can do 4 and then just kind of scroll through. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you. I'd like to bring that eclipse picture.
This one right
in the
here.
bottom corner. Yes.
Yeah, let's throw that in next. Angie or Kathy, do you have anything else you want to pull back in?
No, I mean, there's some almosts in here. that
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
but I don't think they're topping anything that we have in our selects at this moment.
Mhm.
Okay, so with that last one pulled back in, you're at 8.
The three that really stand out to me are the scuba diving, the shoes on the line, and the snake. The snake, I wish it was maybe cropped a little tighter, maybe vertical to really emphasize, the patterns of the hat and the shirt and the snake. But I like how there's a bunch of patterns happening there.
Yeah,
If it's almost like there's that little bit of white there at the edge of the picture,
Mhm.
but if they're over like a little bit more, then that completely cleans up the background. And the background is really nice that it does have like that black and green sort of kind of texture in there. I'm a really big fan of, I think it's like the balloon picture. I wish that the art isn't cropped.
yeah,
Like that little snippet at the top,
Mhm.
but otherwise, like I really enjoy all of like the little, like all the silhouettes, the lines, even having like the subtleties of the other buildings in the background, and just like that little bit of like human interaction with what is like of like the very few like fully lit balloons. That's a very like, it's a very well timed moment.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that picture a lot.
yeah. I wouldn't say that it's a fatal flaw, but that crop at the top, like, and I'm sure it's in camera that like the moment happened and the photographer grabbed it, but like if that curve that matches all the curves of the balloons was intact, that to me would be like a great photograph. It'd be really, the photographer was seeing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they saw that picture very, very well.
Yeah.
Same thing with the power lines with the sneakers,
Mm-hmm.
the skateboarder. I really enjoy just like the vibe of it. And then, to have the skateboarder coming in like just at that spot, I wonder what that would have looked like horizontal and not cropped vertical, but like because of the way that it's cropped, those leading lines plus all those shoes,
Mm-hmm.
it's a very like calm but fun picture.
The one that I'm struggling with a little bit is the moon and the street lights. Like, I just don't feel like the shapes are strong enough in the foreground. Like I would like them to talk to each other a little bit, and I just don't think they are to the degree that maybe the photographer hoped they would be. I don't know. It's just it's an interesting picture. It just not sure that it hit all of the levels that it needed to in terms of kind of making it rise above some of the other things that are up there. I'm not trying to remember how many do we have. We have 8 in there now.
8. Yep.
And that was why I brought in, I'd asked to bring the other one,
Mm-hmm.
because I like the way that it's that little sliver of a crescent illuminated, and then like having it be like a small piece of just all of that other orange in there. I thought that it's fun, it's clean, and like oftentimes like I feel like we do try to like overdo those sorts of pictures. So it's nice to have something that's just it's clean and it work like, and it can work anywhere for a bunch of different applications.
Can we get the caption on the fourth one to the, yeah, that was my select, and I'm just curious. Is that the bridge in Toledo?
Heavy wet snow swirls around the Veterans Glass City Skyway Bridge late Thursday night, February 4th, 2021 in Toledo, Ohio.
That's funky though.
Yeah, it's a cool way of photographing snow.
Mm-hmm. Maybe there needed to be one other element in the picture and not just the bridge in the snow.
Yeah, more of a moment.
Mm-hmm. And this is, I mean, we're at 8, right? And so it's
Right.
at some point something needs to go. Is the one below that is that like a runner or?
He's playing squash or something.
Oh, is that what that is?
Kyle
handball.
Blue, 19, a junior at Ohio State University, plays a game of handball during practice with other members of the Ohio State handball team on Tuesday, March 30th, 2021 at Westgate Park in Columbus, Ohio.
Maybe this is like the sports photographer in me. Like I think it's the light and it's the shape of the body. You get that little bit of light on the ball. Maybe you try to wait for like the moment after the arm, that right arm is coming up, so there's more like action happening. But I felt like if you're going to have negative space, you should use it wisely, and like it is used really well.
Okay. Why don't we?
I didn't see the ball. You have better eyes than I do. Now I see it, but I was like, oh, ball. But yeah, I agree. Having that other arm up would have been like all of the form and the composition would have kicked in there.
Yeah, that is like compositionally. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
The one thing that I don't want to say bothers me, but it's very center weighted, and I wonder if more on the top, really kind of maximizing rule of thirds a little bit there, or having more negative space. I almost feel like there's too much of the bright and not enough of the dark. It's just very bullseye-y image. Because the light is so strong on him that if he was more in a field of black, would it have been, I don't know. So I think that it's got some compositional and moment misses. Am I being too harsh?
No, I agree with that.
I think it's helpful because I know that there, again, like from like a sports perspective, there are plenty of pictures that will make that, like it's almost there, but like now that you know that like you made a good picture, you've seen what it looks like. So now like if you're in that situation again, like now you can make a great picture.
Right.
It is good. But like you said, like there are like those little details that like I didn't even consider that can make it even better.
Okay. So why don't we do another round of voting? We'll do 2 to keep it in this time. And I feel like we're going to narrow this down a little bit. Let's go back to file size sorting. And we'll start with this one.
In. Out.
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 In.
Out.
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 In.
In.
Out.
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 In.
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 Out.
In.
Out.
Out. All right. 4. So there we go. So are we thinking that these are all HM worthy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now we can start ordering around a little bit. Does anybody want to make a pitch for first?
We haven't talked about the scuba diving photo, and that's like a movie still.
Yeah. I just feel like my eye just keeps going around and around throughout the picture as I look at it. I just want
Mhm.
to keep looking at it. And there's just good separation between each of the scuba divers too.
Yeah, this is a very well executed image.
The caption on it. I'm curious.
Oh, hang on just a second. Come here. Scuba diving students with a program called Action Quest complete a certification dive at the playgrounds in Green Cay, British Virgin Islands on Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. Tourism plays a big part in the economy. COVID-19 caused many people to be out of work due to a loss of tourism, and Action Quest was one of the first tourism schools that was able to come back.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards that one for first.
I would concur.
Okay.
For me, balloons might be second. Again, despite the little deficiency. I think the light is just beautiful. And I think to Tim's point that just that little human interaction and the way the fingers are gripping the balloons is very pretty and precise.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody disagrees, but
I agree. I think I like the order as it is. I like the skateboarder coming in and just like the way that the shoes kind of help to actually clean up the power lines. Yeah, it feels at home. It feels very much at home. I do like that snake picture a lot.
All right.
I would go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's vote it. First place.
Yes.
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 First place. Second place.
Yes.
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 Second place. Third place.
Yes.
Third place. And HM.
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. All right.